As a Warriors fan, you know how much every decision on the team can change everything. And what just happened could be a watershed moment for the future of our team. A shocking change has been made, and it could set the path for the next golden era. I know that, like me, you too feel the pressure, the expectation, and the doubt about what lies ahead. But don't worry, because we're going to break down everything you need to know, understand the consequences, and find out what this change means for the future of the Warriors. Stay tuned with me, because this might be the answer you've been waiting for. Before you continue, if you're as excited as I am to find out what this means for the Warriors, don't forget to subscribe to the channel right now. Leave a like, because it helps us continue bringing content like this to you, and activate the bell to be the first to know all the hot updates from our team. Don't miss the chance to be ahead of everyone and understand how this change could impact the future of the Warriors. Now, let's go on this journey together and find out what's next. The moment that could change everything for the Warriors. If you follow the Golden State Warriors universe closely, you know that some decisions can transform the future of the franchise in profound ways. And what is happening now with the team? Well, this isn't just any ordinary casting move. We are talking about something that not only changes the composition of our team, but that could completely redefine our trajectory in the coming seasons. And with that, I raise a question. Are we ready to take this audacious step? Basketball movements are not always easy to understand at first glance. There are those that excite us, others that leave us insecure, and then there are those that make us stop and reflect on everything we thought we knew about the team's future. In this specific case, the decision being discussed within the organization is big enough to change the foundations of the franchise. We are facing a possible change that could catapult the Warriors back into championship contention, or, at the opposite extreme, prove to be one of the biggest risks in recent NBA history. Where are we now as a franchise? To understand the impact of this potential decision, we need to first look at where we are now. The team is no longer at the peak of its form. The current season has been marked by ups and downs, and what was once a dominant team, capable of crushing any opponent with its dynamic play, now appears to be facing consistency challenges, particularly in attack and defense. What is said a lot in the sports world is that the franchise is in a period of difficulties, or as analysts say, in a transition phase. We know that the Warriors, with Steph Curry at the helm, are still a very competitive team, but we cannot deny that we are no longer at the same level as when the team was a real terror for other franchises. The flaws in the attack, the lack of space, and the inconsistency in defense are clear. And that somehow leaves us with a sense of urgency. If we want Curry's window to remain open, and for him to still have a chance to win more rings before his career ends, we have to act now. The question that remains is, to what extent are we willing to invest in the present to ensure that we can still fight for the championship? What needs to change in the cast? Now let's look at the composition of our squad. We have Steph Curry, without a doubt the biggest star to ever wear a Warriors uniform. Draymond Green also continues to be a fundamental piece, both for his defense and his leadership. Jonathan Kuminga, the young talent, has shown signs that he can become a star, and we have other players who play important roles in the team's scheme. Among these players, Buddy Hield has been one of the bets to give the team the elite three-point weapon we so desperately need. His arrival was seen as a chance to improve our offense, offering more space in the game and shooting options for other players. But the reality of the NBA is that sometimes being a good player isn't enough when the opportunity arises to make a move that could change the future of the franchise. What is pay matching, and why is it important? Before we get into the details of what's being discussed, we need to understand a key concept in the world of NBA player trades: salary compatibility. When a team wants to acquire a strong player such as a superstar, it is not enough to just offer promising young players and draft picks. The league requires that trades follow certain salary parameters, which means that in many situations, it is necessary to include players with bigger contracts, even if they are not the ones you would like to give up. And that's where an imposing name comes in important in the current scenario of the Warriors: Buddy Hield. Buddy, with his contract, becomes a vital piece so that any possible trade to acquire a superstar like Giannis Antetokounmpo has a chance of being viable. Hield's contract, being sizable, makes him a perfect candidate to make the math work on a trade of this size. But make no mistake, Hild's departure is not a simple move. She could change the direction of the team and the dynamics of our rotation. The trade that could shake the NBA, Giannis Antetokounmpo at the Warriors. Now, let's talk about what's really being discussed behind the scenes. The possibility of a trade of epic proportions that could bring Greek freak Giannis Antetokounmpo to the Golden State Warriors. For many analysts, the idea of pairing Giannis with Curry is simply exciting. We're talking about one of the NBA's biggest stars playing alongside the greatest shooter of all time. This would create a combination of talents that would be unbeatable. Imagine the pick and roll between these two, Giannis bringing his defensive versatility and rebounding, while Curry could do what he does best, create shooting opportunities. It would be a duo with immediate impact. But make no mistake, this is not a simple exchange. ESPN recently suggested a scenario where Giannis and his brother Thanasis would join the Warriors in exchange for a package that would include Draymond Green, Jonathan Kuminga, Buddy Hield, and future draft picks. This is the kind of move that could change the course of two entire franchises. What would Milwaukee gain? A mix of veteran leadership and young people with high potential. What would the Warriors gain? The chance to put together one of the most devastating duos we've ever seen in modern basketball. What's at stake for the Warriors? This trade-off presents a major dilemma. For the Warriors, losing key players like Draymond Green and Jonathan Kuminga would be a huge sacrifice. Draymond, being the heart and soul of the team during our title campaigns, is much more than just a basketball player. He is our defense, our intensity, our emotional leader. His departure would represent the end of an era, and that's not easy for any fan. Furthermore, Kuminga, with his limitless potential, would be one of the most promising young players to leave the team. Losing him would mean giving up a future talent to try for a title now. It's a risk trade-off without a doubt. Let's not forget that if Kuminga develops into an all-star on another team, this will be a question every Warriors fan will ask. What if we had given him more time? And what about Buddy Hield? Trading Hield would mean losing our reliable three-point weapon. He has been important for spacing the game and creating opportunities for other players. His departure, therefore, would not be something simple to replace. The difficult decision, risk or wait. And here is the crucial question. Should we take risks and go after Giannis, sacrificing valuable pieces, or should we continue betting on our youth and hope that, over time, we can win another title with the base we have? There is no easy answer. The risk of not winning the title would be great, but the reward of bringing Giannis and Curry together could be simply irresistible. We are facing a decision that not only involves the immediate future, but also the team's legacy. For those who believe Curry's window is still open, the trade would be a worthwhile gamble. For others, the trade could be a risky move that could alter the team's balance in an irreversible way. What does the future of the Warriors mean? What is clear is that the Warriors' future is at stake, and the decision that will be made now will define the team's direction for the next few years. If the trade happens, we could be talking about one of the best duos in NBA history, with Giannis and Curry dominating the league. If that doesn't happen, we'll need to be patient, trust in young talent like Kuminga, and continue trying to maximize Curry's time, hoping the pieces fall into place optimally. As fans, our hope is always the same, to see the team in top form, fighting for titles and continuing to build an era of success. We are about to experience a moment of transformation for the Warriors, and it is up to us to decide if we are ready to take the risk or remain patient to see the team evolve. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about this exchange? Is it worth risking everything to try for another title now? Or do you think we need to maintain our base and expect the best from our young talent? Your opinion is fundamental. Leave in the comments what you think of this situation and what you believe the future of the Golden State Warriors should be like. Guys, the future of the Warriors is in our hands, and next season could be marked by one of the most impactful trades in the history of the franchise. Pairing Giannis Antetokounmpo with Steph Curry would be a move that could rewrite basketball history. But is the risk worth the reward? Only time will tell, and I know that you, a fan at heart, won't want to miss any chapter of this journey. We cannot pass up this opportunity to decide the future of the Warriors now. What did you think of this analysis? Is the switch worth it? Leave your opinion in the comments because the discussion will be hot. Don't miss any of the latest Warriors, news, rumors, and analysis. Click on the Golden State Warriors News Today playlist that is pinned in the comment below and stay up to date with everything about the team you love. Sign up, activate the bell, and come be part of this community of fans who breathe the NBA. Let's go together until the end of this season and maybe even longer, towards the title. See you in the next video.